Hello and welcome, Desert Mountain members, to another edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast. My name is Michael Craven, here today with Kim Atkinson. I'm always with Kim Atkinson. Hello, Kim.
Hello, Michael.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We've got others.
Across the table, right here.
Okay.
Patrick McKenzie, how are you, Patrick?
Doing well, Michael. Good to be here again.
We have also Maryann Krusniak with us, who is also part of our marketing team, who is joining us for the first time.
A long time coming.
This is fantastic.
And our special guest today from, one of the other departments is...
Wait a minute.
You know what?
Did we get a last minute cancellation?
We must have.
gotten,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
We got a crew right here.
I guess it's just us today. And
We'll have more fun this way anyway.
I'll tell you what, it's intentional. There was no cancellation.
Nope.
And that is because the last 3 weeks we have been rolling out one department at a time. What's happening in the winter season? We started with our food and beverage team with Greg Leonard. Then we rolled into golf. We had Arnaldo in last week. He was wearing shorts and a suit.
Yes, he was.
He was multitasking. And so now it all kind of comes together, and that's what we're here for in the marketing team, is bringing it all together.
And if we're lucky enough, Maryann will show off her awesome dance moves for us later.
Well, she's got the lyrics.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, this is something. So first of all, let's get to know Maryann a little bit. How long have you been with us at Desert Mountain, Maryann?
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that driving into the car this morning. I'm like, in October, it'll be 16 years.
Wow.
Sweet
16.
That deserves a round of applause.
Fantastic.
16 years.
So starting down at the sales office,
Started down at the sales center.
developer owned.
Developer owned. That's where all the marketing happened, was down there.
Wow.
We're up in the Crow's Nest, which I don't know. Some Desert Mountain members might not even know. There's a little upstairs area to the sales center down there called the Crow's Nest.
Wow.
And that's where we were at. And we did all the marketing and marketed Desert Mountain. And it was a happening place. I loved working down there.
That is fantastic. And so now, I mean, a few things have happened in 16 years.
A little bit.
You think?
A little bit. Yeah.
And you're an amazing teammate. So you've been working with me for 5 years
Yes,
now.
yes.
And so we've gone through, some reimagining of the brand, and
We
we've
have.
done some really great campaigns and gotten the word out
Yes.
about Desert Mountain, and have developed some beautiful materials. So members, anything you see out and about in the club, it could be a sign, it could be a flyer, it could be, I don't know, a logo,
a napkin.
a napkin. You see it, if it's visual, it came out of our office, it came out of Maryann's Macintosh computer on her desk and her artistic brain.
where
I've
the
actually
magic
said
happens.
before, it's kind of crazy when you're out and about on the mountain.
Yep.
And you realize, everything I see really just started on your desk.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to think about it that way.
And the other thing I don't know if members might realize is the majority of what we do, what we print, menus, posters, brochures, all of the pieces around are actually printed and produced right in-house,
Yep.
right on site. I have a big giant printer behind me, and we like to take advantage of that. I call it Goliath because
It's
it's
big.
huge.
It looks like you could get on top of it and fly it somewhere.
Yeah. It's like a submarine.
It's kind of big. We had to even move walls to get it in here.
Yeah.
So it was big. But
We do. We have a lot of flexibility,
Yeah.
and that comes in handy with a menu emergency that could happen
it
on
does.
any given day
It
or
does.
night.
And that's the big benefit to having something in here is
Yeah.
we have the convenience of you could have
The tournament booklets.
Mr. Diorio come over to my desk in the morning, and I've got an idea for something, and we can literally bring the idea together, market it, execute it, produce it, and present it all within the same day. It's
Pretty cool.
That is
Very
cool. We thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And thank you
My
for
pleasure.
knowing how to use Goliath.
Yes.
And thanks for the podcast logo too. She also made the podcast.
she also
logo.
created
See?
the
So you
and literally everything, members. Anything you see, we're not. That's not a lie. That's
If you like it, I did it.
That's right.
If not, not so much.
Nope. All right. Well, so great introduction to the graphic design realm that you oversee with us. And the reason why we are kind of bringing it all together this week, Michael, Patrick, Maryann, is because the event guide for the winter season is coming out. And I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an expectation of what they can look forward to in the coming week. So, of course, the Mountain Minute is always going to be that go-to source for key events and learning what's coming up. Yesterday's Mountain Minute did have a snapshot of what to expect. So we're doing some things, a lot of new events this year that you've learned about. The book itself, the hard book, will be distributed to our members on Friday. So we expect them to come from the printer, have them shipped to us and delivered, and then we will immediately jump in our cars and race around the mountain and drop these guys off in the clubhouses around the mountain.
I don't know, Kim. It looks like there's one right there, though.
Well, that's a sneak peek.
Okay.
So this guy we did pull off of Goliath. These particular ones will have kind of a thicker stock, that a nice textured cover similar to the event guides from last year. So you'll look forward to a new fall color and a new fall painting and artwork that, I don't know, maybe came from,
I wonder.
Maryann. Yes.
Also an artist.
Well,
Yes.
I'm a dabbler. I've always considered myself a dabbler. So,
What was the inspiration for the portrait?
you know, the first one we did, which we had the dark blue cover, I wanted a very iconic desert mountain image.
Yeah.
And that was, Lone Mountain. I think that was Chiricoa Hole.
From that view?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wanted something that really, people would recognize Desert Mountain right away. And we did a summer version of that year. And once again, I wanted to do an iconic golf shot. This time I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I've always thought, ever since I've worked here, that I feel like I work at a state or a national park.
Yeah.
Because you look outside and it's so beautiful out here. We have spectacular scenery, the wildlife. It's really cool. It's really a privilege to work here. And I wanted to kind of just capture some of the beauty that we see. We have majestic mountain views. We have floral fauna. We have the fabulous saguaro cactus, which is unique to the Sonoran Desert ecosystem. Nowhere else in the world do you have such a thing.
Right.
So, and let me tell you, this thing is chock full of events, wine dinners, activities, family events, hiking, golf, tennis, pickleball, you name it. If you want to find out what to do, check it out.
I think
You'll
Maryann
like it.
probably says the event dates and times in her head when she's sleeping.
She sees it.
She sees it in her sleep.
I love the painting that you did for this year.
That's
Beautiful,
great.
gorgeous,
Thank you.
and
Very nice.
yeah, awesome.
Very nice. So great. So absolutely a perfect tee up for the chock full of goodies. And we've been teasing this out now for the last few weeks, setting expectations for everybody. On Friday, you will be out and about at the club. You will get a hard copy and you can flip through it. However, in your inbox, we'll also have a special edition of the Friday Jam. Patrick,
Yep.
a little early this week on the Friday Jam
Yeah.
delivery. Okay, get it.
Yeah, we're there.
Okay,
We're good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Great. It's going to be a special edition because it's
very
have
special.
a digital flipbook edition version of the event guide as well.
Yes.
So it'll be quite the email. And the members can get a chance to flip through it, see what they're interested in. And then on the next morning, Saturday morning, 9 a.m., registrations will open. The calendar entries will be live, and you will begin to start registering for all those events that are 90 days out.
Yep.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
There was something Greg asked us to do, and Kathy, within these events as well, to kind of give members a heads up of when registrations will open too. So can you remember some of those references in there?
Right. That's for the signature events. There's a little indication that will tell you exactly when you can start registering, and that will be once again, 90 days from the event. And we put just a little notation so you can take a peek in there and mark it on your calendars, mark it on your phone.
Yep.
Make a little check mark and go, ooh, that wine dinner, I want to go to that.
That's right.
The Mentalist.
What?
There's a Mentalist.
Oh, yeah,
What
I
even
saw
is
that.
that?
I don't know, but I think I want to see what that's all about.
We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to check it out.
So all of the signature events are going to have that indication, so you won't have to guess or
Yep.
or think about it. Just flip through the guidebook, and there it is.
Definitely. So fantastic. So a few other things too to kind of give a heads up to members what is happening. If you didn't see the Mountain Minute this week, check out the Tuesday edition. We had the results of our membership survey that went out. So this was conducted in April of this year, and we issued that at a time when we knew a lot of members were here and using the club, and could kind of have a firsthand opinions and experiences that they could draw from for the survey. So first and foremost, we want to thank our members for completing that and taking the time to tell us and share with us feedback, very valuable. And that survey result video did come out yesterday in the Tuesday Mountain Minute. So check it out if you haven't. And then in the coming weeks, we will have a very similar presentation by Global Golf Advisors. So a video presentation, the report itself, and a summary that members can reference there to learn what were some of the key takeaways and some of the items that we're looking at in terms of creating access for all members. It's top of mind for everybody and our number one priority at the club. So be looking for the Mountain Minute in the next couple of weeks for that information. In advance of that, though, as we're talking about signing up for parties, signing up for events, the Bella Constantinos, I know that's going to be very popular. Mm-hmm. You know, there's plenty of things that that I know Greg and his team are already well ahead on to offer that I did want to dangle out there for the members a little bit. So did you guys go to any of those Asian food events this summer?
Yes, we did.
Okay, tell me what that was about.
I mean, it was a blast.
Okay.
The members seemed to really like it.
Okay.
Yeah. The expansion of the Asian food, and Chef B had talked about it when he was on a little bit, was it's been really well received.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Sushi night, and then the Asian street food.
That's one of the reasons why they're continuing it right into the season. It's just been really well received. The one event we went to was at 7, and I think Greg said there might be a couple of dates for that particular event, but
yeah,
no shortage of.
And they're also going to have ramen night too.
that's going to be the new
That's
edition.
the new edition.
It's been in Chinese takeout. Everybody loves Chinese takeout.
Yeah.
And they had the carryout boxes and everything, right?
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That
really
is
cool.
neat.
Yeah.
So those were ideas that were sort of tested in the summer season and hugely popular.
Yep.
So now Greg is rolling out an entire series of Asian Fair concepts. Chef
So
Bertrand, super excited, out of Cafe Verde. This is a perfect venue to host that, and every Sunday throughout the winter season there will be an Asian Fair event. So that's an additional thing that more members can participate in, which is very exciting.
This is also just a really random thought, just because,
Yes.
before you change the subject on that.
Please.
We were at,
Because now you want sushi.
well, now it's on the mind.
Oh,
yeah.
we were at
Totally.
Cafe
We
Verde
were
this
at
morning.
Cafe Verde this morning, and I wish I could remember the young lady's name, but she's an artist, and so
Elle.
they have what is it?
Elle, I think.
Is it Elle?
Elle or Ella?
Okay, are you sure about that?
I think so.
Okay, but the signs that they make for sushi night,
The chalk.
yeah,
It's all she does it all by hand by
It's
herself.
unbelievable.
It's very, very cool.
Very cool.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll probably get in there at some point and
do like a little time lapse.
do a little time lapse of her creating that.
Yeah.
That would look pretty neat.
Awesome.
Random, neither here nor there, but shout out to
Just the special little touches. You know?
Yeah, it's kinda nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice. All right. Have we teased a little bit with what's happening over at Chiricahua Grill?
Not enough.
with the pizza.
Can we say?
We can say
think
we
we
can
can.
say pizza.
Talk about it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Wait a minute,
It's
Mayor.
out there.
It's
Mayor-
in the guide?
It's in
Marianne
the
would
guide.
know.
You know the
She
name
was
of
the guy.
the name of the restaurant?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Angelo's.
Angelo's. It's out there.
Angelo's.
Pizza
It's out there now.
Kitchen.
That sounds really
I like
good
it.
place to go.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great place to go.
Yeah.
Repurposing
I can't
the
wait to get
space.
in there and get some video of that
Yeah.
pizza in the oven.
Is that what it is? It's a video.
Yeah, just the video, huh, Pat?
Sure.
Well, if I eat it, I might eat it. I don't know.
I think it's going to be very popular.
Well, I mean,
agree.
we've added a dinner venue to the mountain.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of the breaking news there,
Yeah.
right? And we love that idea. We love the casual nature of it. It'll be, some small bites, some shareables, some wine and appetizers and pizza.
That patio, though. For that patio, it's perfect.
It is
be great.
perfect.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Chef B also mentioned was the menu's not going to be huge,
Right.
Yeah.
but they're going to do they're going to do what's on there. They're going to do it well. It's going to be really good.
It's a few delicious salads, really cool pizzas, and then there's also the build your own. So if you're a traditionalist and you like your pepperoni pizza,
That's what we order. My house.
Yeah.
That's so great. So new and exciting. And I will mention, we'll get the dates nailed for everybody. I know that they've got to install this oven, right? It's a pizza oven. Have you seen the video of the pizza oven being delivered?
No.
Oh, it came in by a crane.
Wow.
It's awesome. Coming soon, members. Yeah.
They had to lower it in by crane?
It had to come in by crane.
How'd they get it through the door?
This is Desert Mountain.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know if you've been here, but we don't
It's like going through the chimney like Santa Claus situation.
The pizza oven had to be delivered by a crane.
we should have had the drone up that day.
Well,
Doggone
Yeah,
it.
that would've been
I know,
awesome.
I know.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
It's great. But in order to get the Cheery Grill ready, there will be some construction and some downtime of that space for a little while, and we'll be serving lunch and breakfast up at Constantino's.
That's
again,
been
we
a
did.
big hit.
Super
right?
popular.
Yeah.
Right. So that's coming soon as well. So definitely something to look forward to there. I did find out those amazing fire pits over at 7, there's 5 of them. They're massive, right?
Yeah.
They've opened those up for food and beverage service.
Oh.
So
That's where we would sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's always been kind of a gathering spot, but now you will be assigned a member of our wait staff, and they'll come out and take your orders and bring your food, which is really great.
Excellent.
Yep.
Some additional opportunities
getting better.
there. Keeps getting better and better. There's been a few seats added. So talk about creative spaces within our facilities. I know Greg and his team have been working hard to create more seating, literally. And we did the math. Any guesses on how many additional seats across all of our venues we might have added just by creative spacing?
23 seats.
Oh, Mike.
My way
40.
low. Patrick?
79.
358
Wow.
seats
Oh, way off.
during operating nights throughout the winter season.
That's huge.
Right.
That's huge.
Don't worry. We're not packing everybody in. Like, I don't want to panic anyone where this isn't a sardine situation at all. We're building out the patio at Patchy.
Yeah.
The patio
right.
had some areas where we could enclose and create some more inside seating.
Yep.
Is that the largest edition of all the restaurants?
That's going to be a really great one, and we'll let Greg get to specifics about that next week.
Okay.
But that is a big number
That's
and
awesome.
more dining opportunity there for all. So that I just wanted to cover a few things that's
awesome.
happening on the food and beverage side of things. Our golf team is hard at work as well, and as Sonoran will be rolling out a few great initiatives as well in terms of creating access and opportunities for all our members. So pretty neat.
It's always neat. It's always something incredible.
But it just
going
keeps
on.
getting better, I think. Yeah. This year is definitely going to, that book is a little more packed this year than it was last year with new, because of the new opportunities that have been
There's
added.
just new.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
all the
new
previews
exciting.
we've been doing the last few weeks are great because I think there's all the events that the members are accustomed to and are expecting, right? But
That's
there's
right.
also some new stuff happening, and then to get the kind of inside info from Chef and Greg on the stuff that they're excited about, like the black truffle dinner, right? They're really excited about that.
Yeah, we'll be at that one.
So it's been great to be able to go over everything.
And the golf tournaments too. It was cool to talk to Sean and John about, because they've expanded those too. They've added courses to some of the tournaments. They've made those more accessible, and those are getting bigger.
That's right. Those registration times too, in terms of the changing, that was new this year to have it happen at 7 a.m. That was due to member feedback and not having those activate at midnight. So a bit of an upgrade in terms of having that more accessible for folks in all time zones. And if you wanted to just go to the golf shop and you were here on property, that's when we open our operations. So that adjustment was made to just kind of accommodate members who were requesting maybe not turn on the tournament registration at midnight, but in the morning is perfectly suitable.
Get your cup of coffee and
Sign
jump
up.
on in. Yep.
Great. All right. Well, there's something else I wanted to talk a little bit about. The next big project. We've got the guide at the printer. So that's a big check mark. Congratulations.
As we stalk.
A nice little applause.
For Maryann. Well done. The next big print project is a work in progress. And we call it Inside Desert Mountain.
Inside Desert Mountain.
What's the history of that magazine and a little bit of where we brought it today?
Inside Desert Mountain has been around since I've been here, and primarily when we were producing it, it was a listing opportunity for the agents, and that was at the time when Desert Mountain actually had a real estate company, Desert Mountain Real Estate. Which is at the front gate right now, which is now currently the Russ Lyon Sotheby's office. And so it was the big push was to for the agents was to get a beautiful printed piece that showcased all of the listings that were available at Desert Mountain. And we did kind of touch upon amenities, and we always kind of wanted more of a lifestyle magazine that had a little bit more information about Desert Mountain, because it's one thing to pick your home, but if you want to become a Desert Mountain member, you want to get the whole picture. You want to know what there is to do here and what kind of things there are. It's not just about picking out your real estate.
Yeah, you're choosing a whole lifestyle.
Exactly. It's all about the lifestyle as well as living here. So the Inside Desert Mountain, we kind of collaborated, Desert Mountain Club, the marketing team, Kim, myself, John Rumis, and Margaret Stewart. We kind of had a little bit of meeting with Russ Lyon and said, what is it about your magazine that you really would like to improve upon? And obviously right away they said, well, we've always really wanted to talk more about the lifestyle, but we just don't have the bandwidth or didn't really know how to go about doing it. So it was a perfect opportunity for us to collaborate, showcase the beautiful homes that are here at Desert Mountain. Even if you're a member here that has your home listed, or if you have outside relatives, friends that are interested in the community, you can take a look. Or just take a look at and see what's available here, even if you're not interested in listing your property. But the other thing that is coming about the magazine now is we have a lot of interesting articles. One of the articles that we're really excited about this time is we've interviewed all of our chef de cuisines around the mountain and talked a bit about them, about their experiences. Since we have the holidays coming out, what's a really good holiday experience that you remember from your childhood that you can talk about that brings food in? Because let's face it, most people's childhood memories, it's food. You talk about food,
especially holidays. Yeah.
Yes, and what matters to you. I know I've got some crazy ones from my family. So we're going to interview them, and they're going to talk about their experiences, about how holidays. Special food activities mean something, whether it's cooking in the kitchen with mom or having a special food that their family enjoys. So that's an article in there. So there's some good stuff. So it's a new branding of kind of the same Inside Desert Mountain, and that will be on the newsstands about mid-October. We're working on the stories right now. It's got beautiful photography in it. It's going to have all the listings that are for sale. So we're excited about it. It's a real nice addition to some of the other marketing pieces, and it's a good representation of the club.
We were just out. We took we won't spoil it, I guess.
Please.
Yeah, should I spoil it? Well, I can't spoil it.
Yeah,
Let's just say it involves...
For the podcast loyal.
Yeah.
For the loyal, it involves Arnoldo, and it involves him being the emperor of the domain.
Yeah. Yeah.
King of Sonora.
Yeah.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
really neat. Yeah.
Wow. I'll look forward to that. Haven't seen that proof yet. So. Well, we have covered a lot today.
But wait a minute, there's one more thing.
Oh.
You mentioned earlier that you talked about the Friday Jam.
Yes.
So can we just at least mention what this? Can we tease it just a little bit?
I mean, we should tease it a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So all summer, go ahead, Michael.
Well, we've been asking for your submissions of where you've been, where your family's been, what you've been doing, and preferably repping, the beautiful logo that we all have.
Some have logos. Yeah, some do not.
Some do, some don't. But
That's
all
all
of our
right.
membership, and where they've been all around the world, because we always say, we have such an active membership that travels so much, and you guys, everyone has been phenomenal about sending in their photos.
Great response to it.
Very
Phenomenal
generous.
response. Yeah.
Very generous.
So thank you for
members,
sending those in. And now we are going to produce.
We're going to piece it all together, and
probably more than one.
We probably need to make it 2 separate videos.
2, maybe 3.
That's how good the response was.
The response was great. We've had so much fun reviewing them. I mean, we have we have babies, we have animals,
we have weddings,
we have birthday parties.
Yeah.
We are floating down the river.
Different countries.
We're climbing up mountains.
Yeah.
I mean, we've
It's
got
everywhere.
it all. It is like, it's great.
It's going to be great.
I mean, the peaks, repping the peaks video we did a little while back. That was
last year.
Really
Yes,
awesome.
that was really neat.
This is going to be probably even better.
It's next level.
It is. It's
That's
next
how we
level.
roll.
Well, and who doesn't want? It's it's your neighbors, and who doesn't want to see how everyone's spending their time, especially over the past year. So
That's right. I
Look
think
forward to
everybody
that.
was very excited to get out and
Yes.
about this summer, and we've received, up until this morning, we're still getting a few submissions. So pretty great ideas out there with members traveling out and about. Well, that was a very productive session.
I
But
agree.
as always,
Yes.
do we have any great shots around the mountain?
Shots around the mountain.
we actually do. We have one to report.
Okay.
There may have been a couple that have happened since then that we haven't been reported yet, but there was one from last week that we didn't get to that we should.
Any that we miss, we'll do next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We got to give the recognition.
Of course.
And this was an eagle on 16 Geronimo.
Okay.
This was Monday, September 5th. Adam Ashton.
Congratulations.
Way to go.
Awesome shot.
All right.
Right at the end of the round. I wonder how he finished out the last
me
2 holes.
too.
Yeah.
I'm
always curious about that.
Yeah.
How would
Because if
you
it was me, I
react?
probably would be lucky enough to have the eagle, and then I just completely
Go
self-destruct.
double bogey the next hole.
the next couple hole, the rest of the round. Really. Yeah.
Maryann,
Yes.
what did you think of your first podcast experience? How'd you feel?
It was fun. It was
Okay, good.
great time.
Great job.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
So exciting. And thank you, gentlemen, for another
Thank you.
edition of the Desert Mountain Podcast.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you,
Maryann.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Patrick.
That was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, members.
And I think we're all now looking forward to a really great winter season.
Yes, we are.
See you around the mountain.
See you around the mountain.